Hello YouTube, it's Andrew again, your stuntman, actor, artist, performer, and now YouTube person. Thank you again for all your views and everything. Today we're going to be talking about chasing dreams and the mental battle of starting. And a lot of you are going to be from all different age ranges, so this is really applying to everybody, but I want to focus a lot on the people around the age group of 30, 40 and above, maybe 40, I'd say 40, because that's like a time in your life where you're kind of making decisions on what you want to do and how you want to pursue it. But yeah, let's get into it today. Remember, we're focusing on self-awareness, spatial awareness, and social awareness. Everything around you matters, and don't take anything for granted. As we get into the first point, we want to reframe age as an asset, not a barrier. So yeah, I mentioned many times in these videos that I've worked in film for about a long time, but I'm in my 6th year as a union performer, as a stunt performer in film. And in the eyes of like the bigwigs and the seniors and everybody, I'm a nobody. Like I'm just a grain of sand in the field of pyramids. And I'm 41 now, and this year turning over, I'll be 42, and to start at that age is challenging in itself, but I knew that I'm prepared, and I've put in the time and the effort and the knowledge and the sacrifices needed to be comfortable in this position and carry on confidently, knowing that the next 20 years could be something very solid for me. And that's what I want you guys to get in, is that mind state, because you got to highlight the wisdom, experience, the discipline you've gained over these years. So if you're like one of those really young people that have like a wise mind, or if you're like now finally a person like me, like that has taken so long to find their thing in life, and it feels like you're like this old person, if no, you like, every time that I go to the gym and I train with all these high performance athletes, and I'm like, oh man, I'm a coach, but then they remind me that, dude, you're a high performance athlete as well. Like, there's not 40-year-olds in this gym doing backflips and martial arts combos and all this other stuff. So it's cool that they are aware of that, and it's great that like the students bring that and voice that to my like awareness. And that's something that you guys got to do, especially in your older age. Train in the field, surround yourself in the field with the younger youth, inspire them, give them all the knowledge you have. I don't like to charge the youth too much for the knowledge. I only charge for the service of the professional action that's hired. So like stunt performer, actor, stunt safety, assistant coordinator, whatever it is. But when it comes to like life stuff, I don't really like, you can't really charge somebody for like advice that could help them the next day. Emphasize that being 40 means you bring unique perspectives that creators or athletes may lack. And that's what I find a lot, is a lot of times when I'm like coaching these athletes, or I'm like around these performers or corporate people, high performance people, I could see the imperfections and the flaws that they're executing in their performance, and I could just pick it up right away just from the years of experience. Because sometimes I'd see somebody try a move, and like they're just, even before they're in the air, it's like their footwork to take off is like not even coherent to it doesn't comprehend, it doesn't make sense, right? The movement doesn't make sense for the action to occur. So yeah, a lot of times I find I help a lot of people just with minor little tips and things, and people really appreciate it. And a lot of the athletes that are like newer in the sport, that are like going hard, like with the double flips and the triple twists and landing them, or trying to do some crazy thing in and out of them, they're getting like misalignments with their shoulders and their hips. And like, I remember being that athlete in my teens and in my early 20s, wrecking my skeleton, and then figuring out exercises, like going on YouTube. No, I think, yeah, it was YouTube. Going on YouTube. YouTube was so brand new at the time, and just looking for any tutorials to like realign my body. But now that I've had all those years of experience plus going for physio and all this other stuff and realigning other parts of my body. It's like you find ways to fix things quick, and then when you see people going through those ailments, you can help them with those quick fixes. Remember that there's no limitations. See your age as a strength, and we could get this, whatever it is, together, right? And yeah, we're going to go on to point number 2. Embrace the journey, not just the goal. So my goal, I have a lot of goals. I don't share my personal goals with a lot of people. I wouldn't really share my goals here on YouTube. My goal here on YouTube, I do have a sub goal. I don't have I'm not going to share my major goals, but my sub goals is I do want to eventually build a brand and probably have a house and a good living. But there's other major goals I have, and that's going to be through film and other forms of media that I've trained and collaborated with many other people with. Okay, so embrace the journey. Find out what your goal is. I made personally a list of 5 major goals that I wanted, and then 5 sub goals. And those 5 major goals are the long-term goals. So they're going to be 5 to 10 years from now. And then the sub goals, those 5 sub goals, they're going to be within the year, right? So maybe 2 of them would be within 6 months. 2 of them are monthly, and then 1 is for the year or something, right? So that's how I would create it small, and I'd build it for anybody my age, 40 plus, or anybody younger that's got that mature mind state that you're trying to plan ahead. Because one thing I know about this game, or any game when it comes to corporate, high performance, or anything, plan ahead. It's all about planning ahead, right? So get on top of it, know what you're doing, and just pre-plan so that way you know how to deliver what you want. Okay, talk about finding joy in small milestones, like creating a meaningful video or hitting a personal aesthetic goal. So for me, it was in my earlier journeys, what I did is, before I even knew I could be a stunt performer, I just wanted to do cool martial arts tricks. And in the wushu world, they had this move called the butterfly twist, and it took me 2 years to get this move. I spent the first 8 months destroying my ankle, learning the aerial and the cheat aerial, and then the butterfly kick. And then, it was a lot of spatial awareness and self-awareness that I didn't have at the time. And I didn't have coaches at the time. I couldn't afford it, right? I was living in Toronto, living on my own, barely, working 2 jobs and going to school. It was tough, right? And I busted my tail every single time I got. It was a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday between 8:30 to 11:30 at night. I'd go to a class and I would just train the butterfly twist. And it would be one of 3 moves that I had. And the other 2 moves I got within the year, but the butterfly twist took me a long time. And now I could literally teach that butterfly twist. I could teach a lot of very athletic and coordinated people to do a butterfly twist, a very cheated one, probably in about a night, probably about 3 hours, maybe less than that. So it's all about having a plan and setting small goals and accomplishing those goals, learning from those goals, and then giving back years in the future, right? So now let's give back, but at the same time show people that we have the skill and we have the knowledge and ability to even make them better, right? Acknowledge the mental health struggles. Acknowledge that mental health struggles can create doubt, but staying consistent and focusing on progress helps build resilience. So, for me, it was about the consistency about those 2 years. I didn't think it was going to take 2 years. I thought I was going to get that butterfly twist in that month. I had a couple really good attempts. I had a couple really good sets. There was my buddy Alexis at the time. He was a young prodigy at the time. He was 17, and he did it so well in less classes than I. And I was 26 at the time, and I was what the hell, bro? So, that really lit a fire under my tail, and it really got me focused and driven to try and get that move. But it's such a technical move, and I was trying to do it in such a technical way that I didn't realize there was a cheat way first, and then you could do it. But you live, you learn, and you know, I was sad at the time about it, but at the end of the day now, I could do it on cement. I could do it blindfolded. You know, if kids are like cheering me on to do it in the class, like little kids, and they want to see it, I could do it. It's no problem. It's actually a pretty easy move now, right? So, stick to your guns and remember that consistent practice would make very difficult things effortless. Okay, so yeah, in LA, a lot of the stunt guys out there, they used to tell me I didn't go to LA. They came to us in Toronto. They used to tell me all the time, like, flash is trash without good basics. Make sure your basics are incredible, right? So that's how I ended up getting my B-twist, is when I met those guys in LA, and then from LA, and they instructed me that. Shout out to Jeremy Marinas and the 8711 action crew. If you guys know anything about stunts or anything like that, just wanted to shout you guys out. I love you guys so much. Thanks for the tips. Career's blowing up. It's doing a lot better than what it was in Toronto. Create a supportive environment, and that's where I want to get into. Like, after that little shout out, that's kind of like what I was hinting into the point 3 now. So point 3 is creating a supportive environment. So like, a lot of people are going to grow and move on, and a lot of people are going to have like their own personal journeys, and as their popularities and their own careers expand and grow, you're going to feel like you're going to get left behind. You're not getting left behind. You just yourself have to grow as well, and you just have to evolve. The world is a big place, and a lot of important people that you know and love are that you think are going to be there forever are not really gonna physically be there forever, and maybe it'd be hard to contact, but it's not anything personal, because at the end of the day, when success hits for certain people, I've seen it. Like, I've been on set and I've like sat next to my friend. Well, yeah, he was my friend. And like, you know, like, his cell phone would go from, like, you know, before he got cast as a lead in a major Marvel movie, before that, his phone was okay. It was like kind of consistent because he was working on a TV series as kind of like a reoccurring. So it was okay. But the second he got cast as a lead, his phone blew up. You know, he suddenly became somebody very important. And before you know it, it's not like he didn't have time for me. It's just he had to make time for people that had to give him bigger and better opportunities, right? So that's something to really think about. Surround yourself with the right people. The right people will evolve. Those people shouldn't make you jealous. They should inspire you to evolve yourself. And that's what it is at the end of the day, right? So when we look back at it, we're chasing dreams. Doesn't matter what age we're starting the dream. Me, I'm starting a lot of dreams at a very late age. 40 is ridiculous if you were to think about it like 20 years ago. 20 years ago, like, 40-year-olds were not doing anything active, you know? So now we're in a new age and era where 40-year-olds are crushing the athletic field. And I'll be starting to come out with tutorials on how to do like skills for 40-year-olds and above. But for now, I just wanted to focus on being 40 or being a very mature mind state and just having like some motivation to start this now. Chasing dreams, the mental battle is all about how to start and how to just have that little bit of faith in yourself and believe. And at the end of the day, I just want to say thank you, each and everybody, for subscribing and liking. I love the fact that you guys are loving the short videos that I'm coming out with. Yeah, I'll be coming out with another video later. Maybe I might do 2 videos in a day. We'll see. I mean, I'm kind of really motivated to express a lot of these thoughts, and I'll be sharing a lot more in the future. So yeah, I got some more topics. Thank you for your time. I love you so much. And yeah, if you love 7-Eleven, I know I snack there all the time. I have an affiliate link down below. Disclaimer, yeah, you know, guys like us are just, but man, I'm doing my thing, man. It's YouTube, you know, I'm trying. I love you guys. Thanks for your time. I appreciate you so much. Until next video, be safe, be good.